Hey everybody, welcome to the Outdoor Line podcast. Max and I are on a mule deer hunt. It's our 6th year coming out here. It is currently day 2. We decided we're going to do a little update every night, talk about how the hunt went throughout the day. Yesterday we didn't do one because we were tired and it was a long day and we had to get camp set up. So we started out, I rolled in the night before opening day. Max came in the morning of. We set out. I actually just unhooked the camper, didn't set anything up, and we took off separately, trying to find some deer. And it didn't take too long, and I got that phone call I'm always anticipating.
It's like deja vu, I feel like, from
Yeah, oh
last
yeah.
year.
It's like first day, we're looking for deer, and then when my phone starts ringing, it says Max. I'm like, oh, here we go. Like, it's time.
I feel like I always have an edge on you, though, because I've, been scouting a little bit
Yeah,
over the
you always
summer.
find them first.
So I kind of know where the deer are going to be, and you're kind of wandering around, still figuring out
Yeah.
what the fields are and stuff. Yeah. Yeah, I went out that morning. I knew, so every year it's different with the fields and stuff and crop rotations, but I knew where there was some milo and some corn planted this year, and I always know that's a good combination. If you can have those two fields,
Food and cover.
yeah, food, cover, and there's a pond, which is just everything they need right there. So I knew, there's a good chance. So I went up there, kind of walked up to this glassing point, and it was a little later. It was like 7 a.m. And I glassed down there, and I just saw antler tips, feeding in the milo because it's pretty tall down there. And I could tell one buck was pretty good, Saw a deep back fork, didn't really get a good look at him. And I think 5 minutes later, he skylined himself, and I'm like, oh yeah. And that's when I texted you. I'm like, or did I call you?
You texted me first, said like buck spotted, and I was like, how big? And then you called me.
Yeah. I was
And I
like,
think the first words out of your mouth were, dude, I found a 200.
I might have got excited, but he's probably pushing 200.
Yeah, he's 190 for sure, I'd say.
I would say that's a conservative. He's you could probably post pictures of him, but he's
Yeah, I'll show it right now.
yeah, he's just a really nice 4 and really deep fork on one side, and then the other back fork isn't very deep, but
Yeah, it's probably like 4 inches or so, but
yeah, but he's got trash
trash
he's
on
got
both forks.
kickers, and
Yeah,
one side has
cool
a big
buck.
one.
Got good mass, big frame.
Yeah,
I think we have pictures of him from last year.
Yeah, I think so.
From a trail camera on a water hole, right?
Yeah, it was late season. There was a huge mega herd in here. There was like 40 deer hanging out, and he was like the 3rd biggest buck in that group.
Yeah.
There was nothing giant in the group. Like he was 160, 170 last year.
He's definitely put on some inches from last
Oh
year.
my
Yeah, he was
gosh.
kind of pencily last year. No trash.
Yeah.
And just same. I mean, you can tell it's the same deer, but
Same exact configuration.
really got some.
Like I got the same angle of him looking kind of quartering away, and it's the same image. Just he added 3 inches to every time, basically.
Right.
Yeah.
So anyway, you called me.
Yeah.
I was actually had eyes on a buck right then, a pretty nice 3-point, 3x3. But obviously I dropped that and started heading your way. At some point in there, you called me back and said, they're moving, dude, or they're running, or spooked them, or they didn't like your truck or something. And you're like, 1,000 yards away? I mean, it's not like you're right on top of them.
Well, I screwed up because I got out of there to go meet you by the main road. But then we decided it'd be better if you tried to spot them from the north. And then I saw they were moving south, and this spot they're in, there's only one way to get in there by road, and they were going to disappear on me.
Gotcha.
And there was, 4 cornfields to the south that they could have gone in. So I kind of jumped the gun. I'm like, I need to get down there and make sure I have eyes on them, see where they go. And when I drove down there, they had already beat me there. They were already kind of going down into this next field. And right when I came around the corner, they saw me and took off.
Right. And I was able to get eyes on them from where I was too. I was on the north side, you were on the south side, and we watched them run into this small cornfield, and we're like, heck yeah, like we can handle this. This is where they're at. It was him, the big buck, and then 4 other small bucks.
Yeah.
Like not really anything worth looking at. But they quickly left that small cornfield and ended up in a bigger one.
Yeah, so they went into that little one, and then there was a semi coming down the road, and I think they heard it.
Yeah, because
It was
semis
pretty
are
loud.
hauling ass.
Yeah, he was hauling. I think they heard that and kind of got spooked again, so they took off south again to the next field.
Right. So we gave it some time trying to watch the edges of this cornfield that they entered into, and we can't see 100% of the edges. There's just no way possible to really see it all at once. But
Yeah.
we had it covered pretty well, we thought. Or like watching anyway, to make sure that they're still in there.
Yeah.
Gave it some time, decided to go in after them. Our tactic is you walk into a row and you look left and right and like glass for these bedded deer.
Corn row shuffle.
Yeah, it's tough. Like, it's time consuming. It was hot.
Yep. But yeah, we're literally just one row, glass left, glass right.
Yeah, we kind of tag team it. We each go, like, we pick, okay, you get left, I get the right side, and we kind of...
You got to peek out slowly, though, because sometimes
use your head first.
Yeah, you'll walk up right on a deer, and be 20 yards away.
Yeah, so you... But anyway, we like go through the depth of the cornfield once.
Yeah, we
in
went
one spot
pretty far to the end because I thought they'd be closer then because it was kind of thicker down there.
Yeah.
And so we did that one in and out, kept the wind good. We had a perfect, north wind that day.
Yeah. Didn't turn anything up, so we decided to step in another place. And this cornfield's, a mile long, I think?
Yeah.
So even two stabs at it, it's wishful thinking that you're going to find them.
Right.
Because in between the corn rows, this year's been really wet. There's a lot of weeds growing up. In places, there were 6 foot tall weeds.
Yep.
So there's for sure places that we could have stepped out. If there was a deer bedded at 40 yards, I would have known now.
But when we went we did our first little in and out, came out, went back towards the truck, and we're trying to decide where to go in again because it's kind of a gamble at this point. And you're like, I think we should go a little further. Like, what? You said 100, 150 yards?
Yeah. I'm glad we did.
The wind would be a little better.
Yeah.
And then we went in.
Because, where we were looking at going in, this was our best guess. Like, they're straight in here.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking, we had a little bit of east in the wind. So I wanted to move a little bit further over, and I think it's a good thing that we did. Just somehow you spotted that buck.
So you were covering, I think, the short end.
Yeah, I was looking on the left side. He's got better binos than me, so I gave him, or he volunteered to take the tougher side to see.
Yeah, the image stabilized binos for Western hunting are awesome.
Yeah,
I don't think those would be useful for whitetail.
Right.
I think
stand
stuff.
They're nice.
It'd be nice,
but not necessary. But for this, it's like.
For this, it's.
I need them really.
And like elk hunting and stuff, when you don't want to carry a tripod around, it is a tripod. It's super stable. And for this corn row shuffle thing we do, it's.
Yeah, because we're working with 10 to 20 mile an hour winds.
Yeah,
all
things
day.
Are shaking.
And the corn's doing this, and you're looking for a tine that's a fork that's sitting still or whatever.
And that's what I saw. So I glassed right, I peeked out, glassed right, and everything's shaking from the wind. The corn stalks are going, everything. And I just see like a really stationary fork.
Right.
I'm like, there's a buck.
Right.
And it was a different, color too. Everything's kind of green in there, and it was fresh shed velvet. So it's kind of yellowish. I thought that was the big one when I first saw him.
It's hard to tell because, like you said, you're seeing like a fork.
Yeah.
That's it. That's all we can see without completely exposing ourselves to the deer where they'd see us.
So I dropped to the ground and looked back, and you're glassing the other way. I'm like, shit. And as soon as you turn around and see me on the ground, you're just like, oh.
Yeah, instantly drop like, uh-oh. And I didn't know if you like thought you saw something or if you for sure did.
Right.
And you gave me some signal that told me, yep, I see one, and I think it's the big one.
Yep.
So I made my way to you.
Yep.
We kind of devised a quick plan. I was going to stay back and watch from right there, safe distance.
Remember, how far was he?
140, I think.
Yeah.
So 140 yards.
We're glad we kept going.
Yeah.
Because we would have stepped on that deer.
Yeah, we'd have walked right up too close to him.
But so that was one of the bucks we thought was with the big one of the 4. And so I'm like, okay, these bucks always stick together, this time of year. I don't think we've ever seen them split up.
No, yeah.
When they bed,
They're
it's
all
usually
in a
the whole
small
group.
Yeah, like a tight group.
Yeah. So we're like, heck yeah, they're all here. So yeah, like you
so
said,
at that point, if that wasn't him, it was a matter of finding him. Like we're in the right spot. He's right here somewhere.
Right.
So you snuck up. I don't even know, how close did you get? Like it's hard to tell from my view, but
It probably looked like I was on top of him.
oh yeah, like when I'm looking at Max through my binos, it looks like he has antlers. Like I can just see the antlers just past his head. It looks like 10 yards, but
I was 40.
from the first two.
Yeah, like 45-ish. And I was sitting there, and I was worried because when you get down in there, you know, the wind is good, prevailing wind, but you get down in that kind of bottom, and every once in a while you're feeling it kind of swirl. Like you feel it on your neck, feel it this way, feel it that way. So I almost thought about backing up.
Right.
I think it was a pretty good sweet spot of a distance, you know, a good shooting range, but not too close. They're gonna hear you draw and smell you and stuff. But yeah, I'm not gonna shoot this buck. He's just a young buck. I'm looking for the big one. So, and I actually saw two. So he was with another one right there. He was just tucked in more.
And I couldn't see the second one. I can only ever see the one. I think, yeah.
So I looked back at you and I was like, "Where's the big one?" Like we're doing, you know,
trying to do sign language. Next 2 or 3 rows before we started this stalk, and just on first glance didn't see anything.
Yeah.
So I got in that next row and I moved up like 20 yards. Like gave myself a little more of an advantage.
Oh, okay. I didn't know you moved up.
Yeah, like carefully, like I glassed real hard, moved up 3 steps, glassed again, and finally I see just a little bit of an antler sticking out.
Nice.
I'm like, here he is. Like, there's the one we're looking for, I bet. And like I can't tell, it's just a tip of an antler.
Sure.
But I gotta assume, like, you've got 2 there, like odds are he's right here. So we both kind of shift rows. Somehow you quietly slid into this next row.
Yeah, I literally crawled into the next row, super quiet, and I kind of peeked back, make sure the other buck didn't hear me, and he didn't.
And I got set up watching this deer, like I said, I could just see that fork or whatever I could see. And I'm wondering, like, where's Max at? And all of a sudden, like, your head leans into my view through my binos, and like you cover up the deer. I'm like, okay, he sees him.
Yeah.
And you determined that there was 2 deer there actually.
Yep.
And neither of those were the deer we were looking for.
There's the other 2 small ones. The one is not a tiny deer. He's just young.
Yeah, he's 140-inch deer probably.
Yeah, he's a 4x4.
Like a 3-year-old probably.
Yeah.
Just good potential.
And, you know, he every once in a while, you know, swings his head around, and I saw he had like an inch drop tine on one side, and then like 2 little kickers on the same side.
Yeah, he's got a lot of
I'm like,
potential.
Yeah, we need to let him grow.
Yeah.
But,
So they weren't there, and Max signaled to me. He kind of turned around once and kind of put his hands up like, I don't know. And the whole time I'm like, they're right in front of you. What can't you see? Like, anyway, we figured out that he wasn't there either.
Yeah.
So I did the same thing. Checked the next row. Moved up even further, like just to give myself a little more advantage. Nothing. Check the next row. Check the next row. And we could not find this big buck.
Well, and at that point, there's 4 deer within 2 rows of each other. The big one has to be close
like,
if he's
just
there.
From history, we know that they bed pretty close together. They rarely separate very far. Like, I don't know that deer communicate, but it's like that way if one of them figures out something's wrong, they all know it kind of deal.
Right. Yeah.
But before too long, these deer get up on their feet, which is okay too. Like we're thinking these deer are going to shuffle around a little bit. This big one's going to stand up and expose himself.
Yeah.
Maybe walk into the row you're in because these other deer are there and give you a shot even. So like we're kind of being patient.
Yep.
And while that's happening and he's being patient waiting, I'm up on my feet jumping from row to row trying to find this big buck on his feet. Like, I mean, I go like 3 or 4 rows to the north and 3 or 4 rows to the south. Like I was running all over the place.
Yeah.
Being careful, obviously, and I could not turn this deer up. And that's kind of all that happened. I mean, these deer moved quite a bit. They moved, feed into another row and we'd shift.
Yeah. Well, and they moved away from us at one point down the row. Yeah. And so I was following them. I felt like I was elk hunting a little bit. I'm trailing them, and then. And
again, my view looks insane. Like you're standing straight up. There's enough weeds and stuff in front of you. I understand, but like You just turn around and look at me, and like this buck is just feeding just on the other side of you. I see his horns moving around. I'm like, be careful, like you're gonna scare. But
when you're in my position, I'm kind of tucked into the row, and he's down low, so all the leaves moving and stuff, I don't think he can pick up that much movement. So I wasn't too worried.
Yeah. It was very, like, I was surprised at how much we were getting away
from
with.
a distance, it looks like you're just in the open.
Yeah.
They can see
Same as last year. I mean, it looked like
them,
you're on top of them.
But yeah, no, I was trailing them for a little bit, and then this little buck turns around and starts coming straight at me. I'm like, shit. So I'm like backtracking. It was a whole thing.
Yeah. I mean, we run around all over the place.
Yeah.
Keeping up with these deer. And
they were confused.
Yeah. And still the
You'd
whole
see
time.
one like go right and then the other go left.
Yeah.
And
like you were staying there close to him the whole time. I'm back 100 yards, 75 yards, jumping row to row, just thinking this big one's going to be somewhere. Yep. And we never turned him up.
No.
We eventually lost track of these deer. They got to moving just a little faster than we'd keep up with. And
started to get towards evening.
Into some thick stuff, and they were gone, and we had to give up. That was...
I drew, so one thing I missed, I drew just for practice on that second biggest buck.
Yeah, and could
have smoked him at 50.
Yeah, so, just if he could have been there, we were in a great position if that buck would have been there. And like we've said, we've never had them split up like that.
No.
Either he was just, he could have got 75 yards from him.
Right.
And we wouldn't know it. I mean, we couldn't cover that much.
Too, if he had stayed bedded while they were up feeding and while we were going crazy tracking those deer, he could have just got up and left.
Yeah. Like he could have, the one thing I was thinking about was he could have been to their south. And as they worked away and we followed them, then we would be given our wind to that south area, right south of where they started. And but it was real thick in there. I mean, and if you spooked them, you wouldn't know it. The corn's 7 foot tall.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't see anything. So it was a tough situation. It's just unfortunate that he wasn't bedded right there with them.
Right.
It'd have been, we might be telling a different story right now, but.
Yeah, but
so big
bucks are smart.
Yeah. So that was kind of that whole day. That was like a 6.5 hour ordeal from the time we left the truck till we got back.
We were tired.
Hot, 80s. I ran out of water and was very thirsty.
Yeah.
But it was good. We ended up, we scouted the rest of the night, kind of driving around looking at some other fields. And
pulled some of my cameras from the summer and got a couple pics. We saw that the buck big 3 you saw.
Yeah, the buck that I saw, he had pictures of it, so it's kind of good to look at that.
Pictures, a lot of coyotes.
Right. So fast forward to this morning on day 2. I don't even remember the days running together already. Yeah, I don't think I've seen an antler all day.
I got excited because I saw 5 deer from a long ways away, close to where we lost these ones.
5, yeah.
And I put a spotter on them, and they're all those.
Yeah. So I went to a new area this morning, just something we hadn't looked at because we kind of got caught up doing that yesterday. We hadn't really covered everything. I covered a lot of ground this morning. Didn't see anything. Saw 2 little bucks in the dark on the road, but it doesn't really matter. Put a lot of miles on the ground today. We both walked cornfields trying to turn up some deer.
I did it 3 different fields. And I mean, these, each little in and out stint is hour, 2 hours.
Yeah, it's a lot.
Yeah. And just a lot of mental focus, looking
I was thinking about today, like how many times we put our binos to our eyes.
Yeah.
Pick up.
Well, mine has a little toggle. And every time I'm doing that, I'm flipping it on, turning it off, flipping it on, turning it off. I'm like, I'm probably going to have 6 hours, like, life testing, finished. I'm going to give them a report at the end of this.
And then, I didn't do this yesterday, but today I did because I was by myself. I packed my bow today.
Nice.
And that's tiring, compared to yesterday.
Carrying it around.
Carrying that, and then navigating through a tight cornfield with the bow sucks. You're always picking it up and moving it around, getting hung up and making noise. And it's kind of frustrating, but we did a lot of walking today. Didn't turn anything up. I ended up setting in a spot this evening just to watch deer and didn't see anything. So
last light tonight, a field that I covered from a distance. I didn't walk it, but I glassed it from a distance. Did not see anything in it. Last light today, this buck pokes his head out, and it's the second biggest one in that group. So I'm like, they were here all day.
Right.
They've got to be here. Turns out there are only 2 of them. I don't know if there's more in that field. That just didn't come out till after dark. But I saw 2 of the bucks he was with at last light tonight.
Yeah, it's weird they wouldn't all come out together.
Yeah.
And it'd be weird if they split up too. So
I know.
I'd like to think they're in there maybe, but
I'm glad though that I did see them because it means we didn't spook them.
yeah, if they're still right there in that area, we didn't run them out of the country because that can happen too. We've done that before.
You'll never see them again. If they smell you, they're gone.
Yeah.
Most of the time, the smart ones, the older ones.
So we haven't really talked about a plan tomorrow, but that's probably where we're starting. Is we've got an idea that they're still in the area, so we'll at least have one of us there looking.
Finding them is a hard part of this time of year.
Yep. Yeah, it seems like getting them killed is the easy part. It's just locating them. Like if someone dropped me a pin and said, "Hey, there's a nice buck right here," I'd feel really confident.
Right.
It's just getting to.
Yeah,
hey,
when we get a good stalk, there's usually pretty good odds you're going to get a shot. But that's, these early season trips, there's maybe 1 or 2 of those.
Right, yeah.
Maybe, if we're lucky. Versus like late season, I've told you about a lot. They're super visible. But the issue then is they've got 20 does.
Right. You can't get a good stalk. And like your odds of seeing a deer goes way up and odds of killing him goes way down.
Yes.
They're inverse.
Yeah.
But anyway, that's the first 2 days of this trip. It's been fun so far. I'm sure we'll have a bunch more action coming up. So thanks for listening. See you on the next one.